What's up, friends? It's Monday. Keep watching this video because I'm about to do a really cool stock review just for you. Let's dive in. Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsome with reallifetrading.com. Trust you are doing most majestically magnificent. It is indeed Monday, the 16th of September. And as many of you know, a lot of you are getting the opportunity to join my team for the World Series of day trading competition. So again, if you are a part of that team, thank you so much. You'll be getting updates via email, and you will also be getting updates via YouTube as I post some comments and some videos, describing and talking about the trading day. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, watch closely, and if you have any questions at any point in time, just shoot me an email, Jerremy@reallifetrading.com. That's my email address. Hit me up whenever you want. So let's talk about some really quick moves both today and what could be insightful for tomorrow. Number one, Shopify is gapping down, but it's gapping down because of some new supply. They're going to be adding and increasing some shares. They're offering Class A subordinate voting shares. So yes, Shopify will be trading down tomorrow, and most likely it'll hit, maybe go a little bit lower, right? But just keep in mind, this is probably going to be an okay gap that's going to look a lot better on the surface than it will probably work out to be. Probably trade down to the 100 and then bounce and probably be relatively choppy. I did watch Shopify most of the day as a retest gap and just never really rolled over. So this is the 5-minute chart on Shopify, right? It gaps down and you have this very nice high wave candle right here in the 5-minute. So realistically on Shopify, you could have played it bullish above, bearish below, got in here, put your stop down here, and you definitely would have filled the gap and made about an R up around here on Shopify. So that really was a nice gap down and a good fade higher. That's pretty much it though. Just didn't really do very much else from there. Otherwise, Shopify, just keep in mind for tomorrow, that's something you're going to need to be cognizant of. Today, here's what I played specifically. ExxonMobil is the trade that I missed. Almost always, I have one trade that I miss, one trade that I lose on, and one trade that I win on. And very frequently, they are perfectly, averagely normal results. I mean, that's something that happens very, very common. So ExxonMobil was a fade today, right? A fade meaning I played it bearish. And again, if you're wondering why, ExxonMobil is a blue chip stock. It was up over 3% at open because of the crude thing. And you were gapping up after two strong bullish candles in a row. So two strong bullish candles gapping up. Here's how I attempted to short it. By attempted means I set it up. Everything was perfect, crisp, clean, and gorgeous. I was just about 23 seconds too late. So this was at 8:34 Central. So this is 4 minutes after the market closed. This was the official setup. And you can see as I was typing it, so I had a 7,492 limit sell with a 7,565 stop loss. So as I was typing the order and putting it into the broker, it was at 74.92. It would have filled, but I was about 13 seconds too slow getting that trade in. Again, really shorting it because it was a fade. As you can see, actually the first 3-minute candle closes below this hammer that came in right before pre-market. And all I did was say, okay, there's a lot of volume on this candle. So let me short the low of that candle and just put my stop above previous resistance. That was the setup. And I did give a few traders some frequent trader points because they did take the trade and I missed it. So this was the sell-off right here. And that would have been a very, very nice 2R trade. So I missed out on ExxonMobil. And then I took Amazon. I lost 1R on Amazon. Here's how I played it. The way I should have played it is very simple. It gaps down. So look at this gap on the daily chart. This is a very, very good gap on Amazon on the daily chart. This is what most of you in the World Series of day trading competition will be doing, is just catching these super small, cute little gaps, right? You had two candles in a row. This candle was an inside candle, a little bit of a high wave, nothing special. And then just a nice gap down below that candle. In fact, we were also opening below the low of this candle, below the low of this candle. You know, all previous support, old support, new resistance, old resistance, new support. We're gapping below all that. So this was a good gap. First 3 minutes on Amazon, high wave, bullish candle. Entry should have been here. Stop loss should have been up there. 1822 by 1827, $5 to stop. That would have been 100 shares. Should have played that on Amazon, and I didn't. But that's okay. You don't win on everything, right? Here's your morning star reversal pattern right there. Morning star reversal, really good volume came in. Bearish volume came in. Bullish candle came in. Inside day bearish candle. So I set the entry to get in bullish here with a stop loss there. Got triggered in, wicked in, and then she rolled down without me and stopped me out. So that was the stop loss on Amazon. Too bad, so sad. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you lose on trades. But from there, didn't give up. Went and found this trade on General Motors. And this was a really, really good trade. Could have been a little better, but I'm quite pleased with how we played it. Here was the actual setup that you can see before it triggered. Let me scroll down to here. All right, so here's the exact setup. This was at 9:48. This was it. So when the stock broke down below this tweezer bottom candle pattern here, right? So notice this volume, see this volume spike? Big volume spike, tweezer bottom, below here, and below the low of this bullish candle. We said, hey, let it close below, which it did, and then just short a pullback. 37.68 by 37.98, giving it just a little bit of wiggle room. And that was absolutely splendid because about 7 minutes after getting triggered into the trade, this one we got triggered into the trade, and then boom, huge candle came in. My stop was 37.98. The high of that candle was 37.94. So we got 4 pennies away from getting stopped out. Honestly, that was just luck that I had my stop at 37.98. Rather than getting stopped out on the pop on General Motors, we stayed in, got very, very lucky. And during that pop, I was already planning worst case scenario, right? Getting stopped out, being down 2 hours on the day, and that would have been it. But big bullish candle, huge volume came in, and then the very next candle was a bearish candle. So I simply said, okay, if we take out this bullish volume candle, we're going to go much lower. And we did. So we went lower, we broke lower, and I got out at 37.29. Again, it could have been a little bit better. I think I could have gotten out at maybe 37.22, 37.21, maybe with half my position, trailed my stop, and gotten out the rest at 37.10. But I won't cry over spoiled milk. It was a 1.3R trade win. And the other cool thing that you'll notice, this purple line on the chart is the 200 simple moving average on the daily time frame. So here's the daily chart. I do use those long-term moving averages a lot to really help me kind of guide where some support resistances would be. So once we broke those supports, it was just all lower on General Motors. All right, so some next trades that we're going to look at and review. Netflix on the daily chart. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes peeled on Netflix. She will have a nice move this week. So you have a high wave candle on Monday. Here's the weekly chart. High wave candle on Monday. If it's not this week, it's next week. But there's some pressure building on Netflix. We've been trading sideways for a while. A lot of people kind of see like a wedge kind of pattern, something like this. Some series of lower highs and something like this. So I could see that. It makes sense to me, right? If we do pop out of here, be ready for it. She does have plenty of room to move. The 20 EMA holding it down strong. I'll be watching Netflix pretty much every day for a little bit of a move in one direction or another. Had a lot of requests for Alibaba. And Alibaba, these are 2 lines that I have on Alibaba that look interesting. The purple line is pretty much the angle that held up last time. And all I did is take that exact line and move it over to here. So this line's the same angle. They are parallel. I learned that in geometry. And you have a high wave candle today on BABA. Best case scenario on BABA tomorrow would be a gap up above today's high for a bull or a gap down below today's low for a bear. Otherwise, we'll probably get an inside day candle tomorrow and then some type of breakout or breakdown on BABA. I don't know which one. But again, BABA, if it doesn't make a nice move this week, it probably will be next week. I've been looking for some premium on BABA, and there's really not any for some credit spreads. So I'm just waiting for BABA. Hopefully at some point a breakout is coming on BABA because it seems likely that she's going to pop. And when she pops, 192 will be an easy target. Next on the list, a lot of people requesting JD.com. Hi, I'm JD with JD.com. There's a lot of resistance on JD.com. This is the weekly chart. The 200 simple moving average on a weekly is 31.50. The 100 simple is at 32.64. I do believe it's more of a when than an if JD breaks above that resistance. Pressure is building. It looks good, but it's just going to be a matter of time. So yes, I do agree that we break above some of this resistance and we're going to easily trade up to 37. It's just going to take time. I do like owning some shares of JD, buying them, accumulating them, and doing some covered call sales, lowering your dollar cost average, and then just being excited for when JD breaks out of this pattern. I think it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but this is a little bit of an island reversal style candle chart pattern down here in August. And so unless we fill that gap, which is entirely possible, then we should do okay. But JD did have a gap down today for some day traders. Shaved bottom candle. The open and the low is the exact same. So if we gap down again on JD and start taking out the low of today, be cognizant of that because that could be a nice little bearish move for tomorrow. And last but not least for the review, here's BIDU. I'm just going to be watching BIDU as a potential flag pattern. You do have a gap that has not filled yet. This is a pretty interesting gap back on the 19th of August. This gap is not filled. So as long as this gap remains open, this is a strong signal that the BIDU could be attempting to reverse. Possible flag pattern. Volume is definitely declining. Here's the weekly chart. Good bullish volume on the weekly chart. And the monthly chart, you're significantly below all moving averages. So we did trade down into a nice area, a pocket of liquidity, taking out the low of this candle from August 3rd, 2015, really stopping some people out and breaking through some stop losses. So yeah, BIDU could be bouncing down here, bounce territory, and this could be a flag. Keep your eyes on this one. Watch for a gap or a breakout, and again, we'd be able to hop on that for maybe some day trade action. Folks from around the world, if you need anything or have any questions, hit me up. If you are watching this and you ever want to be a part of the trading room, we do have a trading room 5 days a week, 9 a.m. Eastern till 2 p.m. Eastern. Go to reallifetrading.com, click on premium, and if you want to day trade with me, click on morning trading room. It's $199, and we almost made that today, right? So it depends on your risk, obviously. Depends on how much capital you're trading with, but if you're trading through any account that has day trading capabilities, this is a price that you could easily cover for just 1 or 2 good trades a month. Anyway, the investment is there. If you want it, it's obviously up to you. This is the afternoon room. This is the morning room. And we'll be live kicking it off again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. Otherwise, until then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Thanks so much for being here. You rock. If you have any questions, let me know. Love life, live life, and trade it. Best of luck tomorrow as we kick off the World Series of Day Trading. You're amazing.